Hello all of my otaku friends, my name is Prof Otaku and welcome back to my channel. Are you struggling with the daily toll of the 9 to 5? Are you looking for an MC to sympathize with in the dark spiraling abyss known as life? Are you looking for a gut-laughing comedic masterpiece while also getting sucker punched about your life choices and how hard it is to be an adult? Well then this manga is for you. Stay tuned. So the manga we are talking about today is Life Lessons with Uramichi Oniisan. These are very, very big books. These are the 2-in-1 omnibus paperbacks that Kodansha has been putting out. We see this with the Watakoi omnibuses as well. And just quickly about the aesthetics of it, it's really cool. It's got the glossy front and then it's got a matte back, which is actually a really cool hand feel. And I just absolutely love the colors of this thing. I mean, how awesome is that? You just know that it's just going to be super witty, super playful. The spines are really, really cool on the shelf. So yeah, it's just such a great, thoughtful release by Kodansha. So hey, props to you, Kodansha. You usually don't really hit it out of the ballpark with this stuff, but I'm very much enjoying this release of Life Lessons with Uramichi Oniisan. So our story follows our main character, Uramichi-san. He is a 31-year-old man who is the host of a children's TV show, and his role in this show is to do like calisthenics and games with this group of children. And his whole premise of the show just revolves around that adulthood sucks. And so, you know, it's a very childish show, but he says things that obviously is related to how being an adult stinks and like how hard life is and how society is just like this crippling like crutch on our like mental state. And so we also follow some other other characters. We got two like furry mascot, like a bunny and a bear, that are like Oniisan's sidekicks basically, and they have really fun interactions together. And then you've also got these two other characters who are singers, and there are the side characters, or I guess the co-hosts of the show along with Oniisan. So with so many comedy mangas out there, what just makes this one different? And I think it's just the relatability and how aggressive the nature of the comedy is. I mean, we go into the very first page here. If I can't find a clip of it, I'm just going to read it for you. You know, so he's in front of these kids right here, and he says, "All right, let's go over my name. What does the U in Uramichi stand for? Unfulfilled. Good. And the R, ready to check out. And the A, apathy. And the M, monotony." And you got these kids saying these like trigger words of just depression, and it's just, and then the face gags that go along with Oniisan is just absolutely hilarious. That's just one joke of many that are in this, and it's just basically about Oniisan interacting with these kids in a very hilarious, sadistic, sarcastic light. And the kids are also very funny too. They're like, you know, how come you're 31 and you're not married and you don't have a daddy? You should probably like fix yourself. You know, you got like these little 2-year-olds like saying that. So it's just absolutely hilarious. It made me like bawl out laughing on the couch. Another thing that's absolutely great about this manga is the art. Very, very clean artwork, very precise faces. Some of the backgrounds are a little bit dull, but with something like a weekly serialization as this, you don't expect it to be super, super detailed. But with that being said, the shading is on point. The character faces, the character models are very distinct and very different, so it's very engaging to look at. The kids obviously aren't as detailed as the adult main characters, but with that being said, I think that this is a really great release. Another really awesome thing are the color pages here. We get some nice color pages at the beginning of each one. Sadly, unlike Watakoi, they only do like the first page. They don't do like a whole chapter. Maybe down the road we can get that, but nonetheless, the colors are really popping on the main color pages. It's a really nice, refreshing touch. Well, what are my concerns for this moving forward as I've read this first omnibus? I guess my main concern is this getting old and monotonous. We see, it's a very shallow plot. It just basically follows them, the characters in this kids' TV show. How far can they go with it? I don't know. We've already gotten technically four volumes released in English and 2 omnibus formats. So we'll see what happens. And with that being said, with it being old, there are some instances where I wish they would just spend a little bit more than 1 chapter on some of the situations. Some of them could really be stretched out to 3 or 4 chapters and expanded upon. Like, for example, in the first volume, there's a chapter on they're doing like a live concert of the show, like for a live studio audience, and it just went by so fast. It was like only 10 pages, and we didn't really. I thought they could have really milked that scene. There was a lot of funny stuff in it, but I wish that there was a little bit more. So we'll see what happens going forward, but nonetheless, this is just something that we could see for the future. Nothing that evidently is present in the first omnibus that I read. So with that being said, do I recommend Life Lessons with Uramichi Oniisan? Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially with most of the viewers of my channel being, college age, out of college, this is exactly for you. This is exactly the demographic they're hitting for. And you're just gonna sit there and just laugh, especially with all the crazy things that have happened in the last year in the United States. I think it's a fun little reflection on like how adulthood is just like absolutely overbearing, and sometimes you just want to just shut down and just like read manga. Like, this is what this manga is about. It made me laugh so much. I had never laughed as hard in a manga as I have reading this one, and I just can't wait to get more releases of this. I think that it's a very well done release. I think the comedy is on point, and yeah, so Uramichi Oniisan, please check it out. You will not regret it. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the content of this video, please hit that like button, tap that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you know when more of my videos come out. Let's get to 200 subs. We're almost there. And with that being said, my name is Prof Otaku, and I will see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.